can be a still photo, or it can be video. It can be a moving series of images. There's one trick about this to get it so it looks correct. Okay. Your eye has a certain field of vision. It's called field of view. Camera does too. Depending on what lens you have what's known as the field of view. The wider the lens, the greater the field of view, like a 15 millimeter. 150 millimeter, you're going to have a more restricted field of view, right? There's a thing known as a normal lens, and when we get into cinematography, we'll talk about this too. But a normal lens is a lens that emulates human field of view. If you're shooting 16 millimeter, normal lens is a 25 millimeter. 5 millimeter, or if you have a 35 millimeter chip, normal lens is 50 millimeter. This replicates normal human field of view. Now, for the background plate, what a lot of people do is they make a mistake of just shooting it on any focal length, okay? What you want to do is you want to shoot it a little wider than what would be normal field of view for a human. So with a 35 millimeter, I would probably shoot it on a 35 millimeter lens. Because the background is going to be greater than the field of view of the subject. So you want to shoot it a little wider than what would be normal. And this is going to give you the correct relationship between the subject and the background as far as size and distance and things like that. Like I say, you can shoot video, you can shoot stills, you can have someone 3D animation thing, work up something for you, some kind of futuristic, stratospheric kind of outer space thing or whatever. The beauty of this is that now you can have them animate things within it. So now you have action going on in the background too. You can have lights go on, you can have things move through the frame, whatever you want. But this now creates depth, right? It's not just a one-dimensional thing anymore. There's depth, there's things going on in the background. It creates this illusion for the audience, and this is what you want to build and sustain. There's a lot of green screen stuff that you can do. I mean, you want to have a headless torso, put them in a green suit and just leave the head open and then go ahead and photograph and drop it out. Now you got just a head walking through the shot. Right. Anything that's going to be green is going to get keyed out. Especially if it's chroma green. If it's a different shade of green, it may not get keyed, but there may be some, because when you pull one color out of the frame, you pull it out of everything. This is why you don't do like vegetation and stuff against a green screen. You do it against a blue screen. Because when you pull out the green, you're going to pull out the same color green out of everything. And it's going to change the way it looks. So if you got a bunch of plants and stuff, if you're going to do a park or a forest or something, you're probably going to do it against blue rather than green. Because you don't want to lose that shade of green when you pull it out. But it will be pulled out of everything. Yes.
So if I had a hoodie the same color as that green over there, but I'm not trying to pull it out, is that possible? Or
if you had a hoodie the same color and you wanted to have that hoodie still play, it's going to be really tough. Because it's going to, even if you backlight it with magenta or something like that, you still have the frontal color that's going to want to try and disappear on it. So, but you can chroma key out of any color. So you don't necessarily have to have green. You can pick out whatever color you want to key it out. It's just green is a more common color. So if you have, white, if you have white or black, you can luminance key it out, which is now white instead of color. You can put in whatever color background you want and then go ahead and